Hello, I'm Scott Bulkey here with Callum Haughian ahead of his upcoming Cage Warriors 192 fight against Joshua Adeboye. How are you feeling today and how are you feeling ahead of the upcoming fight?
Today, pretty tired, but today was the last day of testing with Sunny, and if anyone's done that before, they know what it's like. So yeah, a little bit tired today, but overall, feeling good, feeling sharp, and ready.
And this is your second professional fight. You did have your last one in London. How good is it to get back in the Indigo at the O2 and just having that familiar surroundings?
Yeah, finally O2 Indigo is good. It's good, man. It's London, it's home show. Don't have to travel. It's nice. I don't have to worry about getting up there and then spending hours to get back home and all that. So no, I'm very happy, grateful to be fighting again at the O2, especially because the crowd and having the home support, it does, I think, plays a factor, but it's more just having being able to have a lot of people,
Yeah.
family, friends be able to go. When you fight somewhere, Scotland, Wales, I don't know, far, not everyone can make it, so it's nice to fight in London, just up the road almost.
And what do you feel like the main keys for you are for this fight?
The main keys,
Yeah.
that's giving away the game plan now.
I mean, you
Uh,
go for like the UFC, think back from when you're younger, when you're 13 years old, try and find that hunger.
Say it again, sorry, I
You're going
missed
to be
that
like
one.
the UFC where it's like, go back to, remember you're the man.
That's it. Exactly.
And obviously, you had your debut, you got the second round submission. How did you feel like that fight went? I know we kind of spoke afterwards as well.
Yeah, no, it's good. It was a good tough fight. I think I heard in one interview, I saw an interview with Joshua saying about he thought he had the toughest debut like anyone could ever have. I don't know. I think my one was pretty good contender for that as well. He was a 3-2 professional. Had three fights in Cage Warriors, brown belt, IMAF medalist. It was really on paper, like and personally, it was tough. It was a tough fight. So, and the performance, I knew I could do that, but I was happy to have actually delivered on that. I think it was a pretty near perfect performance. Busted them up pretty bad in the first round, land some good shots. Wasn't too happy with how the little bit with at the end didn't take down, but other than that, I was happy. I was happy, and then got the finish in the second early in the second round. So overall, I was quite happy with the performance, to be honest.
And then after that, you were off. You went to Thailand for a couple of months. How was that experience?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was an interesting experience. We weren't really doing much of a typical holiday tourist kind of thing. We would try and
Yeah.
do some work out there and try to start something, and it was it was tough. It was pretty tough because we just had no money, man. We were in the rural part of like Chiang Mai, and but overall, it's a great experience, and it taught me a lot of lessons. And the experience of being there and immersing yourself in the culture it was a really no, it was a really great experience.
And you weren't just like training over there, you were in there, you're competing as well in the Muay Thai, facing world champions.
Yeah.
Some went your way, some were controversially didn't go your way, but it's just the experience. They are training there. It's not just a sport for them, it's a lifestyle. So you'd be able to improve that stand-up game even further.
Yeah, no, exactly, man. Exactly. I was doing a lot of training out there, and the training was very, very tough. But like you said, it's not just like preparing for a fight or anything like that, and they're gonna go to work on Monday next week and they are they fight like nearly every day almost. Some of them, I know the guy. Both of my opponents said to me, two opponents I fought out there. They both said to no elbows because I'm fighting in 2 days or something like that. I was like, oh, fair enough. I was like, okay. I mean, I wanted to do elbows, but it just shows you, like you said, that's what they do. That's their culture. Just fighting. That's how they make their money. That's their job. Um, And yeah, it was pretty cool though. That's I wouldn't mind having that as a job to do just all the time, you know.
And do you feel like you're going to go over there again soon, or is that something later?
I would like to go back. I think everyone that's been to Thailand, always has a bit of a it's a
Soft spot.
bit depressing coming back, and but it's just the lifestyle out there, man. It's just different. It is different. The weather's always nice, although the weather here has been very good recently. I can't complain. But it's the consistent nice weather, people. It's a lot of more freedom almost in a sense. You train and eat the food over there. It's really good, man. And I would like to go back out there. Um, I would like to go back out there again soon, whether that's this year or that's early next year. I don't know, but definitely soon.
And what do you feel like I remember seeing it in an interview previously. All eyes for you later on is that Cage Warriors belt. What
Mm.
do you see your path after this? Because obviously you are going to be if you get the win, you'll be 2-0. How long before you feel like that is actually in reach?
Next fight. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, that's just how many fights? Good question. I said to someone the other day actually, I said like I feel like Cage Warriors sometimes like it's one of the kind of like longest roads to the belt. Like you really do have to prove yourself, I think, like you got people from my gym like Nick Bagley
Yeah,
and Joanny Scott both. Well, Joanny's fighting for the belt, obviously on
yeah.
the same card. That'd be great to see him win that. And then you got Nick who's fighting as well. I thought he should have been fighting for the belt next, but I think he's trying to be active and take out another guy before that. But like they both won. What was their streaks like 6, 7 in a row? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All on Cage Wars or Joanny had a few more, previous in big organizations like Aries and stuff. And so, ideally I would be like maybe like my contract's 5 fights, so I was thinking maybe it'd probably be after this one, maybe 5, 6, maybe win these all five, go 5-0, and then maybe the next contract kind of thing would be within those contracted fights will be one of them will be for the belt. I'd hope, you know.
And I feel with your weight class itself, it's a lot harder as well to be able to get that belt. Because obviously at the top you have the champion Silva, who is going into that Dana White Contender Series. You
Oh, is
then
he?
have
I
yeah,
didn't
that
know.
got you then have the interim champion who got crowned just last weekend, again in the
Mm-hmm.
James Power. You have James Power obviously who just came out of that fight. Ewan, who had to pull out of that title fight. You have
Mm-hmm.
George Hardwick versus Jan at Newcastle. It just seems like there is a lot of contenders, which just makes your division just a whole lot more dangerous for each fight.
Mm. Yeah, no, like those names, I should really try and update myself on the lightweight division because I honestly haven't seen like nearly all of them fight. I know the silver one, they had a great fight, but honestly, I didn't see much of him saw a little bit of him in Hardwick. I've seen Hardwick quite a bit. I liked his style. It's a quite good style. Um, but the other guys, I don't know about them ones. But yeah, yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot of names in front basically. I know. Yeah, it depends as well. I know I've got an interest in fights, though.
Yeah,
I never come to like just hold someone's leg and just pray that the time, pray the time's ran out and stuff. So, and I'm not afraid to call for a shot of, for a fight or whoever I think I need to fight. So I think that'll get me. I think that'll fast track me a little bit. Definitely need to work on selling the tickets a bit better. And I think if I get all those three things and link them all up, I think title shot could be coming fifth, sixth fight, maybe seventh. That's a lot of
and,
yeah, but see.
and then you are also fighting a GB top team who absolutely love that Indigo at the O2
That's
arena.
it.
You guys
We are
have
it.
such a great record at it. What's the
Yeah.
secret?
What's the secret? Well, I don't think it's even the indigo. I think like I said, home crowd definitely makes a difference. I think like gives you a bit more, maybe bit more energy, a bit more urgency to not, to not want to lose in front of your hometown, your home
Yeah,
crowd, all the people that are there, like, the gym, basically the whole gym, rocks up there. So, you don't want to lose, you don't want to lose there. But also, I don't even think it's just that. I think we just train differently. I think we just better than all the other gyms out there. We've got the best coaching, got the best training partners. There's a reason why nearly everyone comes to our gym and wants to either
yeah.
join or leaves that gym or ends up coming down for sparring. There's a reason for it. It's because we are, I think, best gym in Europe and have the best sparring partners and the best up and coming team potentially in the world. Why not? Because all of our guys are really young. We've got some older fighters, of course, like veterans. Don't get me wrong, but like we've got a lot of fighters coming up. And we're all the similar age. Like around 25, 24. Watch in 5 years, and it'll be. If you think we're taking over now, just wait till give it 5 years, and you'll see.
Because exactly, you got that range. Like you have yourself, you have Bagley, you have Giovanni, you have Kabaha, who's in the UFC. But then you have also got that other range of the spectrum, also on your card, Brad Wheeler. He's fighting again in Cage Warriors. So you
Yeah.
do just have that range. How good is it being able to see people like Brad, the pioneers in the sport, still be able to fight out in the biggest stages in Europe?
Yeah, it's good, man. It just shows you that they're maintaining that high level of competition. Like you said, Brad and Alex. Brain's gone dead here now, but I can't. But there's these guys, and then there's other guys that are in the gym that are also had plus 30 fights, going on 30 fights and still competing at the highest level. So it shows, that they're still being able to maintain that level. And I think a lot of that comes from the training that they're staying at and the training at the level that they're training at and the competition the competition they're having every day, at the gym.
And how big is it for like being able to lean into their experience? Because also they can tell you what went well for them earlier on, but what they probably would have changed as well.
Yeah, I think that's another thing, another big benefit, like you said, with the having that other side as well. It's not just a gym of up and comers. There's also a gym with a lot of experience. I know I've taken a lot of advice from Nathaniel over the years. He's really helped me in terms of not just the technical aspects, but also the business side of it, and and those kind of mistakes you often make as an amateur, and so people like Nathaniel and Brad, uh, Ash, it's really good to have the guys with all this experience and help you along the ways and try and avoid the likely pitfalls that you're most likely going to make as an amateur. It is a massive benefit for us.
I mean, can you really call? I mean, I guess we can now no longer call Nathaniel the prospect anymore. He has just changed that his
Yeah.
nickname. But do you feel like he's still very young in his career? He's still got big things to offer that division.
100%, yeah. No, just 100%. He's only like 31, I think.
Yeah.
He's still got good few years left, and I think he's just coming into his prime. So, but like he's had a long career already, but he hasn't. He's not like he's had some tough fights, but yeah. I don't think he's had too much damage, and he's still young. And he's still coming into his prime now. So it'd be really good to see him in the next few years in the UFC. Definitely hitting top 15. I don't know why he's not in there yet. To be honest, the ranking's a bit, I don't know, a bit funny, I guess. But it'd be good to see him get a fight in the top 15 and start making his way towards that belt.
And how are we going to celebrate the win once you be able to get it?
I'm gonna celebrate the win.
Like certain restaurant do you like to go to? Like a certain food type?
Uh, don't know, just have some pizza or something, man. Something that I'm not allowed to have right now. Maybe have some whiskey or something. Maybe not too much.
And
Um,
what is the expected return date? Obviously, all goes well, no injuries. When are you
yeah.
looking to return? I hear they've got the dates confirmed for September being Newcastle and Dublin. Rome is at the start of October, but then not confirmed the dates yet. But I know they're back in London in November, and then they're heading to Newcastle as well before the end of the year again.
Nice. Those sound like good dates, you know. I'll be honest. I really was a bit upset. Not too upset. Not Yeah. I was a bit disappointed that I wasn't able to get on the Dublin card. That one I was really hoping to. I was supposed to fight in the Scotland one. I was looking forward to that. You know, I'm half Irish and half Scottish, so I would have liked to have fought on either of them. And then I had to pull out, so that was a bit of a shame, you know. But I would like to fight in Dublin. So yeah, like you said, go in there, no injuries, finish the fight in 12 seconds, and then get on the return for like Dublin or one of those shows. London, maybe November, yeah.
And how good would it be able to experience something like a Rome card, being able to go into the Europe, into enemy territory, maybe like against one of the Italians and upset them?
Yeah, yeah. How many? I don't know many of the Italians in the lightweight division, but
I'm
yeah, I
sure we'll
was
be able to
thinking
find
that
someone.
we'll find someone, yeah, even if it's just some bum on the street and come in.
Just
We'll
walk
find
in on fight night. You'll do, just come on.
someone from the crowd, ideally, yeah.
An open call out.
That's it, man. That's it. No, Rome's a good one. Yeah, I wouldn't mind fighting actually, going to Rome and fighting there. So all of those days sound good. Maybe not Newcastle. I don't know. Nothing against people from Newcastle or anything like that. Maybe I've upset some people, but it doesn't sound like that much of an appeal to go compared to somewhere like Dublin or Rome, you know, or wait till London again. I think I'd rather. I think if I'm going to travel anywhere, I have to go like either Ireland or Italy. You know, I would like I said, I would really like to fight in Ireland though because got a lot of family there, and it'd be good for them to be able to come over and not
Yeah.
come over, not it'd be good for them to be able to watch one of my fights. You know, so yeah, I would like to. That's on my list. That's on my to do list. Sure,
So Ian Dean, if you're here, you can just take a wee bit of a note.
that's it.
Well, is there anything else you're wanting to add or anyone you're wanting to shout out?
um. No, I need sponsors. If anyone's watching this, sponsors. This is who I need. Yeah, that is what we need. This is what we need. We need some sponsors and for maybe not this fight, but you know,
Dublin one.
yeah, next fight's coming up. We need some of those. We need sponsors. But shout out people, everyone from GB Top Team that's been helping me get prepared for this fight. You know, and all the people that have had to put up with my bad moods and from diet and stuff, family and every friends and everyone. But no, it's not too bad. But yeah, that's it. I just thank them, everyone.
Well, thank you for coming on and make sure you guys tune in to Cage Warriors 192 and you can see the fight of the night take place and see Callum get the victory.
Performance of the night. We don't. I don't like. We don't want fight of the night. Fight of the night sounds like it's gonna land a bit too much damage on me. We'll go for performance of the night. Do not miss it. It's gonna be a great performance. I guarantee it. I'm probably
The
gonna
first
finish this
round
fight
finish.
first round KO. I'm calling it here. Big prediction. I know because Josh was a good opponent, but the first round knockout is what I'm coming for. Don't miss it, guys. July 12th.
Can say it by myself. Thank you so much.